business owners are going to lose tenants because we need people to come down and support the businesses, or else there won't be any reason to be property owners. I mean, property value will decrease and everything will go downhill. And it's part of the community and how visual it is. It is something that I've been here for 4 years and I've seen it grow. I've seen it go from like a few people coming downtown the farmers market to, you know, next year a few more and next year a few more, to last year being like, holy cow, look at all the people who are coming downtown. They're seeing their friends, they're walking downtown with their children, their dogs, they stop off, they grab lunch, they maybe get a baby present, or, you know, they go home. But it's part of that, you know, thriving aspect that we're trying to build upon, which will increase our property value and increase businesses, and also help increase building up, you know, the desire for other businesses to come. There are a lot of vacancies right now in downtown, you know, and they can increase because if more people come downtown, you know, then, you know, there's a reason for people to want to put businesses there. And I think, unfortunately, one of the problems is that a lot of things have happened, and what maybe needs to be stepped back is people need to get together and work together for a compromise, so that something gets worked out, so that it stays visible, whether it's, you know, half here over at Jason's, or half on the square, or, you know, a certain aspect where parking is not taken away and has a minimum impact, but it still stays visible. If it moves, unfortunately, downtown to where I was first approached, to the lot across from City Hall here, it is no longer visible to the businesses, to the retailers, to the property owners, to everything. It somewhat, unfortunately, becomes disconnected. And I wish I could say, hey, if we move down there, it's still part of it all, but downtown isn't that large. It hasn't grown this far, you know, maybe in a couple years.
You can keep going. We just do the 3-minute reminder.
I unfortunately don't have anything else to say, but I'm more than happy to answer any questions, you know. And, you know, every time I turn around, this is being done and that's being done, and people are trying to come together, and I think this survey's been taken and that survey's been taken. And I think the point of the survey, and maybe not as many businesses, people haven't been surveyed because maybe they're not there or they just own the properties and rent them. But, you know, for the most part, I think what the surveys have shown is that people want it to stay visible. They want it to stay a part of the, you know, what's thriving. You know, and I unfortunately think that if people move it down where it is no longer visible, that people may still go to farmers market, that, you know, may decrease because you've spent all this money and all this time to promote the current location, and people know where it is. And you move it, and it may decrease some, and it may not, but it's not going to be visible to, oh yeah, I still need to get lunch, or hey, you know, look at the kids, I need some ice cream, or oh, I got to pick a bag of coffee, or I need to do this. It, you know, unfortunately, that is a big difference. I mean, we have people talking about that our customers won't walk across the street from, you know, parking in like the Hickory Station parking lot. That people won't walk across the railroad tracks to go into their businesses to go get their hair done, with the exception of elder people. So if people won't even walk that far, how far do you think they're going to walk if you move the farmer's market down to that further parking lot? And that's one of the questions I think that should be put forth to people. Thank you for your time.
Does anyone else want to speak? Sir.
Hi, my name is Sam Glaberman from Union Square Emporium. I just wanted to say that the farmers market, all the venues that happen and all the things that happen downtown, it's probably the absolute best of all the events that are down there because it's on a consistent basis, it's every week. Downtown is driven by events. At Union Square, we've tried advertising and spent an immense amount of money in advertising. And yet when you have the farmer's market on a Wednesday or Saturday, those are our better days. So I think it's so important to the struggling businesses of downtown, all the retail businesses and restaurants, that we keep it downtown and we find a way of doing that works for everybody in a homogeneous manner. Try not to lose too many parking lots, too many parking spaces, and try and satisfy everybody's needs to the best of one's ability. I agree with Meg and what she said, that let's just find a way of doing it that works for everybody. It doesn't seem like it's that complicated, and I think we could all get together and find a way to do it. But it is the best event that happens for us downtown on a consistent basis. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Is there anyone else who'd like to speak? Okay, I'll call for motion or discussion.
I think you had a discussion about Dave Crosby from downtown, from the farmer's market.
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of to clarify the technical issue, City Council approved special use events for Union Square. So what you're reacting to tonight is a special use event request from the farmer's market to use Union Square. As you see in the agenda packet, this was still in the process on Friday when I finished the agenda. So what you've been given and what's been alluded to in the discussion so far is a layout which shows the proposed use of Union Square and the adjacent parking. So Mr. Crosby, as the chair, was prepared to come and present to you all the request of the farmers market to use Union Square.
Mayor Wright, members of the council, Mr. Berry, Mr. Crump. My name is David Crosby. I am the chair of the farmers market. Why I'm here tonight is I want to talk about something I care a lot about, and that's the farmers market. About 9 years ago, we approached the city council. We recommended that we meet as a group, and a committee was formed, and that we came and asked for y'all to support the farmers market. During that, when you did that at that time, one thing I remember really a whole lot, and I think Mr. Meisner, you were on that board at the time, on the commission at that time, and you helped vote for money and told us never to come back again for any more money, because there wasn't any more money. So therefore tonight, I'm not here asking for money. I'm asking for something else here. I approached our board about sometime last summer, June, somewhere in there. Do I have more than 3 minutes? Because this is going to take a little bit more than 3 minutes.
As long as you're saying something unique.
I'm not sure it's going to be unique. But I approached our market, our board last summer after noticing the way we keep growing. We were up to about 25 spaces. We've been up to 30. We're up to about 33 to 35 now, and we have a waiting list of people asking to come to our market. We have a great growth. As y'all all know, farmers markets throughout the country now is becoming more and more important to the community. We use a lot of local vendors in our market. We have a focus on local grown foods, and local grown foods to us is within a 50-mile radius of the city of Hickory. That's what we consider local. At one time we considered 100 miles, but then that's too far, so we narrowed it down to 50 miles. We feel we provide a service to the citizens of Hickory by being here, by offering food, homegrown food, local food, a place for people to come to spend time with their family. Just a good time to give any kids. I happen to be a vendor at the farmers market too, and you watch the kids come, you watch the families come, you just watch have a good time at the market is where it's growing, and I hope to see it grow more and more and more. I've heard different comments tonight, and I have to tell you, change, it doesn't come easy. I mean, it hasn't been easy for our board. Our board's been talking about this thing for, I know, 9 months now about what we're doing, and we've been to the city, some of the people at the city asking different questions and having different meetings and things, trying to put together something that would make everybody happy. Everybody ain't going to be happy. I can tell you that now. It's not going to happen, and my goal is what we can do for the farmers market. I've heard parking, which is a big problem. On Wednesday afternoons, we have a tremendous problem with parking. Saturdays doesn't seem to be a problem on parking, but Wednesday afternoons do seem to be a problem with parking. I personally have talked, we've had Mr. Or Jason come to our meetings and talk to us. We've heard what Jason's had to say. But when that lot is closed off, about 10 o'clock on Wednesdays, that's when we close the lot off, parking then doesn't really become an issue as far as that parking lot is, because nobody can get on there except the farmers, and it's closed, so there is nobody that loses any place for handicap parking or anything like that. It's the market, and once we pull in, you don't pull out to 5:30 in the afternoon when the market's over with. We talked about opening part of the market there half a year and maybe moving later on in the year. But what that does to us is it makes us look bad to vendors, because we can't promise them a place and then find another place to move. They're going to be there. So we try to make a commitment to the farmer, because without the farmer, we don't have a market. So we try to look at that to make sure that the farmer has a place, that he's there 2 times a week, and that his place is there, that he has a place to come and sell his produce. I've heard different things about tonight about parking, and parking, actually, if we would move to the square, and that's what we're going to recommend that we do, actually we'll be picking up parking, because right now the merchants, not only is the parking lot full, but the place that people are coming to park to shop at the market, those places are being taken, so those places are not gone. And actually, by moving our market to the square, they'll gain about 12 parking places in the lot next door, or where we are now. So people are now parking in the other side of the lot, and they're walking over to the farmer's market. So I still think the people parking the farmer's market will come over. And as you can, that is a picture of what we're asking for, is option A. And it does have parking on cars and trucks on the plaza or square, however you want to call that. And we did ask for temporary handicap parking right there in the tube you can see there. So we have done a lot. We have talked a lot, and this is where we have now come to the point where we're asking for permission from y'all to let us move there. We have growth there. That's a potential of 5 more spaces to grow, and we're hoping that down the road, maybe we can come back for ask for money to redo more spots down the road and make it a bigger place for everybody, and really make a unique situation for the town of Hickory. That's a wonderful area. You can be seen. It gives us more room. We're excited about this piece of property. And I guess right now we have about 700 people that comes to our market on Saturdays and about 500 on Wednesdays. I can remember when we had about 300 on a Saturday and about 200 on a Wednesday when we first started. So we are growing the market. The market is, we got people from Conover come over, from Marion comes over, Morganton that comes over. Our market is just not just for the people of Hickory. We are bringing people in from the surrounding areas too. And I just love our market, and I just want to see it grow. And I'm going to be quiet now, but I am going to request that y'all consider in a positive way our request to move the market to the square. Are there any questions?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I'm sorry, it takes me a little bit longer than it used to.
So no one else is going to represent the farmers market? Or DDA?